Howdy, y'all, and welcome to the EEARSS podcast produced by Terrier TV. I am Frank Robb. That is Cindy. That is Bill. What's happening, y'all? It's been a minute. This time has been a minute since we talked. How's it going, guys?
Yeah, it has.
What's new and exciting in the world of everything?
Well, I still have my mustache.
This is true.
Where'd yours go?
It's a little distracting. It's kind of all I can look at.
It is.
I recycled it for a minute.
You can't look away from it, can you?
It looks different.
Like terrifyingly bad? You can't look away from it like a car crash?
No. I'm starting to, you got a Jebediah vibe going here.
You somehow look like a baby
It's a mix, isn't it?
And an old man at the same time.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
a baby and an old man mixed together.
It's a mix.
So next week, I'd probably need to go ahead and finish the spring cleaning and finish it up. But I'm
take it all the way.
Yeah, I might just need to start over. It is time to start over. So yeah, I probably will. But I've been saying this for literally months that I'm going to start over, and it just continues to be there every single week. And I haven't went on my way to make it happen.
I'm actually thinking about at the summertime.
Ooh, you want to have a beard growing contest?
Shaving it off. I have not shaved my beard off in 26 years.
Holy moly, Bill.
My children would not even know what I look like.
That's hilarious. You had a giant beard at one point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Your beard was bigger than mine, probably.
I don't know.
It was much. Your beard was much fuller than mine.
It was an
impressive beard.
Back in the day, yeah.
No, you didn't have the baby beard.
Well,
you had a giant beard.
And I had the really long hair way back.
Okay.
Way back in the day.
So you lost the big beard and the long hair, and I gained it.
Yeah.
I respect that.
I give it to you.
Oh Lord. So yeah, the event we had, the EcoFest event we had on Friday went very well. You stopped by there for a minute in the evening, so it was good. I think the weather changed things a little bit for us in the evening time, but during the day it was very, very busy. It turned.
Yeah, you had that rain move through that might have
shock and awe approach. It rained for what?
About it again.
30 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't.
It was not even much of a rain
at all.
Yeah, it was a quick sprinkle, and it cooled things off a little bit, but it was already cool. So
yeah.
Cooled things off a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something along those lines. But yeah, that's about all I can think of.
So would you consider it a success?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, what we invested into it, we got back out of it, plus a little bit more, which that was not what it was about. Our goal was there highlighting other groups and the work they were working on, the things they were doing. And man, listen to some of those presentations. The things people are doing here on the Space Coast and really in Central Florida. I mean, okay, I'll just go to the manta ray conversation in general. This lady, Jessica Pate, talked about manta rays and the research they're doing with manta rays. I knew nothing about manta rays, and my mind was consistently blown. I mean, it was really, really neat. They were just, Dwayne DeFreeze kicked the day off for us, and it just went great from there. It was an amazing day. Yeah,
now, you were telling me you thought you had about 400 people there for that part of it?
We had just under 500 adults come in during the day. So, and most of them all had kids with them, and they were getting their faces painted, so they'd walk in, just like me with a beard. They'd walk in, everybody knew who they were, and they'd walk back out, and you're like, "Are those your kids? Are you sure? Are you sure those are your kids?" Because that one has a blowfish on its face. I can't really quite tell.
There you go.
Things of that nature. But
well, that's good.
It was a good day. It was everything we hope it to be and more. And we'll be doing a couple events in September, the Comic Con with Rick, and then we're working on something for the 14th.
I was talking to my daughter about that. Let me tell you what, she is excited.
Yeah?
Oh, she is excited about it. And she and her friends, they're all Dungeons and Dragons people.
Okay.
They're, she's excited. She was like, really? They're going to do that? That's so cool. So.
Yeah, Rick Schreiber and I will get together this week and start putting that together, because that's going to be, again, we'll be here very fast. Can't believe this month's already almost over. But
yeah, January's almost over.
Officially getting old. It's happening. Whether or not I want it to or not, it's officially happening.
Oh, yeah. You can't stop it, dude.
No,
can't stop it.
I feel like there's a song. I want to break out a song, but I'm not quite sure what the song is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, we could talk to a guest. You want to do that?
I would like to talk to a guest.
Let's do that.
The guest we have on today is actually a lady who's helped me out a ton, a dear friend, and man, she's very, very good at what she does. Are we going to unmute her, or is she already unmuted?
No, she's unmuted.
Is she unmuted? So
she could have jumped in at any time.
Yeah, I like the fact that she hasn't, because she's just like stalking in the darkness of the.
She's biding her time.
Yeah, biding her time in the darkness of the conversation, is waiting to jump in the middle of it. So we're welcome today on the phone, Jen Brueggen. Jen, thank you so much for being here with us.
Hello. I didn't know if I was muted or not, so I was quiet as a mouse.
It's hilarious. So, Jen, you run a company called Forge Your Path Media. Forge Your Path Media?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit
I
about.
do want to interrupt.
Sure.
Oh, I just want to interrupt real fast because I want to jump in on the beard discussion. I just want to say how distinctive it makes your faces look, because when I was growing up, my dad never had facial hair. And, then we grow up, we go, our different ways and whatnot, and I fly back in to see him. And I'm waiting for him at the airport outside where, the cars drive by. They're coming to pick you up. And I see this guy. He's walking like my dad. He's the general shape. But it was the first time he'd grown a beard. And I didn't recognize it. I said, excuse me, sir, are you my dad? Like,
Wow.
he was so taken aback, but it totally changed his face dynamics for me.
Oh, wow.
I just couldn't. So I just want to pop in and say how distinctive it makes your faces look. And if you take it off, how are we going to know who you are?
You know how it is, Jen. You've seen me in all stages of bearddom. You've seen me in giant mustache world and beard world and non-beard world. Yeah, you know how it is.
Yes.
So,
Oh, yes. But
hilarious.
yes, I do have a media company called Forge Path Media. And I started it roughly about 5 years ago-ish. It kind of started just out of nowhere and has continued to evolve to where it is today.
So you started in the world of conservation and zoos. Tell us a little bit about that and how in the world that merged into this.
Yeah, so I actually went to college I wanted zoology, but at the time the college didn't offer it, so the nearest thing was environmental science and policy. So I got to learn ecoeconomics and all of the laws governing conservation and whatnot. So I learned a whole lot about that side of conservation, and then I finally got my door into a zoo, and I was able to start working at what's at that point called Lowry Park Zoo, and today it's called Zoo Tampa. It was before the show and all that, so I never got on the show. But I started there, and before then volunteering at nature centers and working with very small bootstrap companies that took reptiles out to homes to do birthday parties, that kind of thing. So getting into the zoo field was where I'd always wanted to be. I wanted to be a curator of a zoo and just do all kinds of different conservation work. Well, the way that life is, it's not always a straight path, and it is a winding river. And so I went from Tampa to St. Augustine Alligator Farm. I went through their croc school, became a reptile keeper, and here I am now doing that zoo's social media and having my hand involved in different conservation projects. And today I'm now an instructor of that same croc school. So it's just a crazy, windy river that life can be sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. So how did you go from there into running your own company? It was just kind of a natural change from run the social media at the Gator Farm to jumping into that?
Actually, it went the other way around. So I wasn't actually working at the alligator farm anymore, and I was trying to find something to do. It was kind of a period of time that was very tumultuous, and I was just trying to find a new path at that point. And so I got married to my now husband. He's the director of the alligator farm. And so I was trying to find my way while we're still doing crocodile conservation stuff, but I'm not actually working at the zoo anymore. And so that's when I said, well, I'll try this social media managing thing. It was before COVID, so it was when some people were kind of doing it more as a hobby out of the home. It was a side hustle kind of thing. And so, you kind of start doing little courses here and there. And at the time, I ended up getting my business and marketing online degree. so that I could understand it a whole lot more and utilize my experience with conservation to market it, because it's effectively what we need to do with some of these conservation projects is utilize marketing and business techniques. That's how we're going to get to the end line get to the goal with our project. So I started actually volunteering my services for the IUCN Crocodile Specialist Group social media and the AZA Crocodile Advisory Group social media. And at that point, the owner of the alligator farm was like, oh, Jen's doing social media? Well, we need to really jump in on this social media game. So let's have a talk with her and let's get started. So that's kind of how it happened. And then Frank jumps into the picture. So in this moment of me transitioning into the alligator farm social media and really kind of stepping up my game, this little tiny alligator in Chicago starts popping up, and they start calling Frank Robb to come and capture him and help him find a new home. And at that moment was when I really started doing what I'm doing, at the same time, like taking what you were doing with Chance and the alligator farm and like just stepping up and, okay, I got this. We're going to start rolling with social media here.
It's so unique, dear Lord, I don't know how many times we can say this on this podcast, where a lot of the people we talk to have worked in the entire circle of the business they're in, and I don't know that there's anybody else quite like you, Jen, that has went to school for conservation and flipped that into a marketing degree and is doing marketing for conservation-based groups and zoos. It gives you such a unique perspective of the whole situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a small, specific niche that I'm in, but, one that I can definitely take and do well. And recently I had a new client that was talking with somebody and said, I really need somebody who knows conservation and knows the language and the limitations and how to work around it, but knows social media marketing. And so that's my niche right there.
Yeah, good luck finding somebody else that has that. Yeah, good luck finding somebody else that has that kind of talent, because I think you're a one-off on that one.
Well, I'm trying to pull other people in to it and bring them up with me with this. So I've got a couple of different people who are in the zoo field trying to do social media, and a lot of them are doing it well, and they're working for that one particular company. So I'm trying to find ways to pull them into different projects and bring more people up.
That's ideal.
Through it.
So hold on a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you're doing social media for environmental groups and stuff. Give me an example. What would be something that you would post on the social media to do what it is you do?
How I would like
for instance, maybe something like the stuff you've helped us out with, the different, maybe some, or one of my favorite ones that they typically do at the St. Augustine Alligator Farm, which draws a lot of attention, happens to do with birds and bathrooms. Maybe you could talk a little about that.
What?
Yes. So yeah, that hashtag birds and bathrooms kind of went crazy after hurricanes, because our guest bathrooms are really the safest place to put some of the larger birds, like the storks, the cranes, and the vultures.
Oh.
And so we started hashtag birds and bathrooms, and it grew into a barometer for people. They knew once the alligator farm posted hashtag birds and bathrooms, that hurricane was serious and they needed to leave.
There you go. It's you and Waffle House.
And that's right. And so it's a barometer for people, but it also shines a fun light on a serious situation. So
I think the real question behind that is, how do you balance the happenstance of just hitting something that is the right thing at the right time and then finding something that, okay, this is a post I have to make. How do I make that fun and engaging where it's going to go viral enough to benefit my business? How in the world do you balance that out?
Well, that's the funny thing about going viral is it is really just jumping on a moment where people are posting and looking for that kind of stuff, like the hurricane. They're already absorbing all of that stuff. So you start using different keywords and hashtags, and that will help start a viral post. But really, a lot of it is the in-between, showing the behind the scenes and the authenticity, but also when you're doing something that's a marketing style post, you're trying to inform people the problem that they have, or you're trying to hit on an emotion, and then you're trying to show them the next step of here's the solution. And so when it comes to zoos, it can be a variety of things. And so what we have coming up for like the rookery season is you want to have a nice quiet moment. We have the rookery that you can just come out for. You want to take photos of birds, you can come out on this boardwalk and not have to walk through the muck and the mire to see these beautiful pink birds. And so, kind of looking at it in that term, like what problem is your target audience, the person that you're trying to reach, what their problem is, and then you're trying to show that, well, this thing will solve that problem, or it can be just as simple as it's going to give you a nice, quiet, fun time at the zoo kind of thing.
Yeah, makes sense. And I think, now more than ever, every business needs social media as part of what they're doing, which is so crazy to me. That's I don't know, I guess evolved is the word to use. It evolved and changed over the course of the last maybe, 20 years?
Well, it's where people
nuts.
spend time.
Yeah.
They spend time on social media. The kids nowadays, they're not sitting watching TV.
Yeah.
They watch video clips on social media, but they're not watching TV anymore, so that's not the place to get them. Social media is it.
Do you see that impact, Jen?
I've heard correlations that when you're almost making your strategy, to think of it as what a TV studio's doing. They're trying to fill these certain spots that are going to reach the people who are sitting there watching TV at the time. So your prime time TV. So you're making content that's going to go out at prime time for your audience, but you're also still kind of filling in for some of those other times where it's a little bit slow. And so that's why having that different type of social media post is important. But being consistent, like the TV, like you remember, I got to be here at Friday at 7 o'clock because my favorite show's on. So there I am, really tuned in. And so social media people, influencers, definitely YouTubers, are signing into that type of mentality. I've got to post at this time because this is when I'm going to get the most engagement. People are counting on me because now I've trained them. They're used to coming and seeing my platform at this day.
That's, yeah. I'm consistently blown away by you. I know you've helped me out with a lot of things and ears with a lot of things social media wise. And you're one of those people where you can't be around you and not pick up on little hints and little tidbits. You're a teacher. You are, whether or not you realize it or not. If you're, let's not give away the big money ideas, but let's say you're giving away a couple of hints to someone, say person or business that's just starting off with their social media and looking to kind of start engaging people, what are the beginning stage things people should start thinking about doing?
The beginning stage stuff is to definitely, you're a brand, you're a conservation brand, and you're just starting out, okay? So you want to make sure that you've got your logo, you've got your cover photo, that you're filling everything out on whatever social media platform you want to start at. And it is a huge myth. You do not have to be on every single platform because your target audience isn't going to be on every single platform. So if you're just starting out, really start with, I'd say just one. Who is your target audience? Are you looking for people who are retired? Are you looking for families with little kids? Are you looking to reach teenagers? That's what's going to help you decide what platform to start in, but also where you're comfortable. Are you wanting to do just nice photos, or are you comfortable doing videos consistently? So that's going to help you distill down to what platform. So start with one platform that hits those boxes. It's your target audience, what type of content that you're comfortable making. You're going to fill everything out. You're not going to leave one little box undone. You're going to put the links in. You're going to put the cover photo in, all the profile pics, because what you want to do is you want to set yourself up for success by already starting off making you appear like you're legit. You're not spammy. You're not here to play games. You're ready for business. Then also, it's good to have even a small, simple website that is a landing place for your people. Because social media is about you getting to know your community, them getting to know you, but it's part of the marketing funnel. You really want to move people from social media to your website, to your online store. And, again, a lot of this is going to be very different for everybody. But like starting off, if you're a conservation brand, you're probably going to have a way that you want people to donate, you want people to show up at places, or you want people to buy merchandise. And so that's why you want that simple store, you want that simple website to get yourself started, and then start building an email list, because that email list is yours. Those followers on social media, the whole site could get taken away. The whole account could get shut down. And so it's not permanent there. So don't think that it is. And that's why you really want to have a landing place at the end of that funnel where people can go, they can learn more. It's there all the time. They don't have to search all the way down for what post you did 3 times ago. All that information's there, your shop's there, and you can build that email list, and then you're going to see better results just getting all of those ducks in a row first.
It's ingenious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Holy moly. So, Jen, I don't even know where to go from that. I think you just covered literally everything in one fell sweep. That was amazing.
Yeah,
It was
there's
comprehensive.
such a
Just
science
started.
behind social media posting that I never knew until I was in a director role with a nonprofit, and my role involved more social media, that there is such a science to figuring out how to get engagement on your post and when your followers will see it. Things I never knew, that the time you make a post can make a difference. It takes a very special person to be able to figure that out and navigate it. And I am not that special.
Oh,
So
you're not.
hearing people that actually know what they're doing, that's amazing.
Yeah, to me, there was times where I would tell Jen, I'm gonna make a post. Just tell me you look at what I did, and please critique the daylights out of me. Like, what should I have done better? Like, what am I using the wrong tags? Should I say more? Should I say less? Should I be putting what should I? Is it a wrong picture to use? And that's it. It's how you learn. It's 100% a science, isn't it, Jen?
Well, and I was just going to say, for us science people, I like conservation and I like science. I've always loved science, which means social media comes with a lot of data and experimenting. So you have to be bold enough to just do a little of experimenting and know that that first pancake is not going to be perfect, and that's okay, because you need to start tweaking as you learn. So you experiment, you get data, you tweak it, you move on, and you just keep moving. And that's how the really successful companies do on social media, is they've been experimenting and building off of the data that they're getting from all that.
That's really good. All right, so I gave you some homework, Jen. Let's jump into our homework.
Oh my gosh, you guys ready?
I'm not. Cindy and
don't
Bill
know
always
if I
are.
am.
I'm never ready. Let's be honest.
I have not been on a winning streak. I'm disappointed.
I don't think any of us have been winning recently. Let's be
No,
honest.
I don't think
We've
so,
all
yeah.
been struggling
It
recently.
has not been
So
good.
do you have a topic?
The topic is social media.
Yes, I like
Ooh,
it.
There we go.
I like it. Okay, I'm gonna fill this so
Okay,
miserably.
we're
You're
gonna-
gonna be so embarrassed, Emmy Jen. It is what it is.
Oh, no, what I found was it's going to be a mix of business, weird, and entertainment stuff.
Love
So,
it. Love it.
Okay, let's get your brains kind of warmed up here. All right.
She's starting
Top
easy on
5
us. That's
she-
social
she
media
is, yeah.
platform. Oh, are you
Okay.
ready?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am. Sorry,
yeah.
sorry. We're over here laughing. I'm sorry.
Top 5 social media platforms right now. Go.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
X.
Oh yeah.
X. I think
Like,
X
it's
is
not
actually.
Twitter anymore.
I
right?
think that's the top one right now. Actually, I think Twitter/X is the one that has the most people using it right now. But yeah, I think you're right.
And I can't come up with the fifth
Well,
one.
that
though.
isn't that 5? That's
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, which is X or whatever now, right?
yeah, and
Right. And
Yeah.
then-
I know. I bet you know what the 5th one is.
Oh,
Is
I
it-
know what
Is
it
it Be
is.
Real?
Do you know what it is?
Club Penguin.
What?
The who?
Club Penguin?
Club Penguin.
No, I think it's that. What's the goofy
I
one
think
the
they
kids
shut that one
use
down.
that has a ghost on it? What's it called?
Oh, Snapchat. I forgot
Snapchat.
about
I bet you
Snapchat.
it's
yeah,
Snapchat.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never used
Snapchat.
I've never used the
Could
Ghost
be.
Boy. Oh, I think it's the Ghost Boy. Are we anywhere close?
No.
Really?
Or
Not
are we
at
like?
all.
Oh no,
Not at-
YouTube's one of those.
Hannah's in there.
YouTube's up there.
Our student is in
There
there
you go.
shaking her head,
Okay.
going, "Nope, you guys
Yeah.
don't know anything."
We're on YouTube, Dag
So-
Nabbit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So,
Good Lord.
FYI, X and Twitter, they're the same thing. We're all still moving from Twitter and tweets to X. So
Okay.
that's just weird, and everybody's kind of putting that one off to the side.
Really? I heard it was the busiest
But-
one right now. That's incorrect, huh?
It could be busy, but it's not a lot of people's favorite right now. So
Okay.
it's just there's so much weird stuff with it. But you're right. Facebook, Instagram, the top 2. YouTube is number 3. LinkedIn is number 4.
LinkedIn.
Really?
Really?
Pinterest.
Oh, I was
Pinterest is-
thinking
I don't
about that.
consider Pinterest. I guess it is social media, but
That's crazy. I've never used
Well-
Pinterest.
I love
You're
Pinterest.
on the right track, actually. Pinterest is not technically social media. It's more a search engine.
Yeah.
You can interact with people on it, but you're on there searching for stuff that people are putting on. So it's
That's
not technically social media, but it's still kind of in that realm.
Speaking of that, I bet you I know what the 5th one is. Then if that's the 4th one, the 5th one's Reddit, isn't it?
Oh, the 4th one was LinkedIn,
Oh, and the
LinkedIn.
other one was
And-
it was Pinterest.
Pinterest,
Pinterest.
Pinterest. Yeah.
I'm
I
surprised
think Pinterest when I
TikTok
see it.
isn't on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised too. It was a couple spots lower.
Interesting.
So, all right.
Wow. Okay.
There we go.
That was the warm up one. Man, my brain already hurts. Holy moly!
Oh.
Now I'm terrified.
And Club Penguin was not on the
I'm
list.
so
No,
sorry.
what the heck is
No.
what is that, Bill?
It was a thing that Disney put out for kids.
Yeah.
Is
And
it-
it was a little
Oh.
social media mixing thing. They shut it down like
Club
about a year ago.
Penguin.
Club Penguin. Yeah, they
Had
shut
little
it down like
bands
a
and
year
stuff
ago.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, never heard of
yeah.
that one before.
Yeah.
Well, see, you didn't have little kids.
Well, I
you
didn't know what the
so-
little ghost guy was called either. So
See, there you go.
Ghost boy, little ghost boy.
Yeah, that Snapchat one just kind of keeps popping up. It might be popular for a month and then it goes back away. I don't know what.
Parents get hold
Okay,
of it and
here's
then
a fun
then
one.
delete it. Okay.
Here's a fun one. What are the influencers called that are over 60 years old?
Ooh.
Influencers are over 60.
Yeah, what are they called?
Hannah's
Do you
looking like
know
she
this?
knows.
Hannah knows in the control room.
She can't talk to us though.
She thinks she does.
She thinks she does. I don't know. So, would it be
Over-
silver something? Maybe. I don't know. What do you call an influencer who's
I have no
over
idea.
60?
I didn't even know that was a thing. I guess it makes sense it's a thing.
Sure.
Like Brad Pitt's getting there, right?
Yeah.
It was a joke. That was a bad
You know.
joke.
You know what? You know what is amazing to me? Okay.
You're gonna get a letter from his lawyer next
Yeah.
week.
I am. No. I'm 61, And all of these people that I grew up with that were like the same age as me, and now you see on the thing, it puts their age, they're now younger than me. They're not younger than me. They're not. They were my age. Yeah, it's amazing. I look at ages now and go, no, they're not.
Give us a for instance.
I have no idea, dude.
No, for instance?
No,
You're not going to drop a
at,
name?
I looked at them and I went, no.
You're not going to drop a name?
I don't remember a name.
I'm trying so hard to get him to drop a name.
Yeah, he's trying to get me to drop a name. Can't think of it.
Oh, Lord. Okay, well,
I have no idea.
I don't know, Jen. You'll
I
have to
don't
give us
know.
this one.
I don't know.
We're begging for help.
Grandfluencers.
Grandfluencer?
There we
That's
go.
hilarious.
There we go.
That is
I have a
riot.
target now. I have a target. I know what I'm
Grandfluencer.
Become a
going to do.
grandfluencer?
I'm going to become a grandfluencer.
That's
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
cracks
Move
that
over,
cracks
kids.
me up.
Yes.
My dad would qualify that. He'd post everything on it all over the place. I mean, he's
Oh, yeah.
he's
Oh,
he's
my.
watching this now, posting it somewhere, even though we haven't put it out there yet.
Yes, he's
Yeah. Dear Lord. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. Goodness
All
gracious.
righty. Let's move over to something kind of businessy. All right.
All right.
The creator of Facebook
Uh-huh.
Okay.
is. I'll give you a couple of names, and you.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
I know,
no.
th- I know who this one
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah, we know this one, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
So Tom Anderson,
No, that's MySpace.
Jonathan Abrams,
I don't know that one.
Yeah, not a
Steve
clue.
Jobs,
Uh-uh.
or
Mm.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark
Mark
It
Zuckerberg.
was Zuckerberg.
You are correct.
Okay, I got scared when
Alright.
the
I know
pause.
for a second
I
I was
got
like,
Pause,
maybe
yeah.
he
Pause.
wasn't the creator. Maybe
Yeah.
he just owns it
Now
now.
was the first one the MySpace guy?
Tom.
Yeah,
Tom,
Tom
yeah.
was the
Tom
MySpace
Anderson.
guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Tom would
Yeah.
send you.
How many of us had a MySpace before we had
Yep.
Facebook? Show
Oh,
of
yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
Mine
Oh,
is up.
yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Yes, it's true. Is it still there? I wonder. Is it still there?
Pieces of it
I-
are still there.
Are there pieces of it still
Well,
there?
it was bought. See, it was bought by Fox. Fox bought it and then it dived.
I mean, immediately.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
Facebook just took over and everybody migrated there, and
I was a late jumper on the
They
MySpace thing.
they didn't keep up. Well, my kids were into it. You know, my son and everything, because bands. It was great for music.
Mhm.
It was great for music. MySpace was wonderful for
Mhm.
that.
Interesting. Okay, we actually
Yeah.
knew one, Jen. I feel better now.
All right. Congratulations. Oh, here's a bonus.
Okay.
Here's a bonus. The first investor of Facebook.
Oh, it
Ooh.
was the dude he went to college with, right?
Was it? I don't know.
I think if I remember the movie correctly,
I
it
saw
was
the
some guy
movie
who was
a
in
long
college
I
time
never
with.
saw the movie.
Oh, you didn't? It's a
Mm-mm.
good movie.
Isn't the guy that
Well,
eventually
don't-
sued him?
I think so.
Don't believe the movies all the time.
See,
They're
well,
the
okay.
movies.
Hey, movies tell us the truth. I know.
Unless there's
that.
alligators or crocodiles involved.
Yes, unless there's alligators and crocodiles,
Savage.
and then somebody savagely
I am-
tears them up.
I
Yes.
savagely destroyed them. Yes.
Yes.
Oh gosh, all of that was hilarious. Bill Gates was the first investor, and
Really?
Microsoft is the biggest shareholder.
Wow.
I did not know either one of
okay.
those
Yeah,
things.
would not have guessed that.
Wow.
It makes sense when you are watching some of the news that's going back and forth. Why Apple is having a hard time getting things to follow well on Facebook. You know, they're two different things. And
Oh.
Google owns YouTube, so Facebook isn't going to promote a whole lot of YouTube content that gets posted on there. So that's why you kind of need to get creative when you're posting the different platforms on each other's platforms. There's a competition out there.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Boom.
Dang,
Mind
Jen.
blown.
Yeah, not playing around, getting after it. So, Jen, if there's somebody out there that has a business, company, person that is looking for social media help, how do they find you?
On Facebook, Forge a Path Media, they can message me. They can email me at jbrugensocial@gmail.com. And I'm sure you could probably put it in your show notes so we don't have to.
1,000%.
Spell it out
Yes.
here.
Yes.
And on Instagram, I actually have more of my wildlife photography on Instagram, and it's Forge a Path Photos.
She even has pictures
So-
of flamingos on there.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
From an epic trip that someone said, yeah, let's go see the flamingos. You see that tiny pink pointer? That's them.
I thought they turned out great, Jen. That's all I'm saying. I thought they turned. Did you have any idea in that picture that those three were flying? I had no idea.
Not at all until I got home. I blew it up and I tried messing around with my editing software to pull the pink out. I could see it. And then I was like, hey, that was a pretty cool moment.
Really, really flipping neat. Yeah, for sure. Well, Jen, thank you so much for being on here and chatting with us. Thank you for all your consistent help with me and EEARSS and everything we do. We couldn't do what we do without you. We definitely wouldn't have been able to have these past successful events without you in our corner and helping us. And can't thank you enough for what you do.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm really glad the event went well, and thanks for having me on. It was great being here.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Jen. Thank you so much, and we'll catch up again here soon.
Great. Thank you, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. Another one in the book.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Successful.
Yeah, for sure. Want to give a quick shout of thank you to Edna Wilson with Celebrate Remax Aerospace for sponsoring our program. Shout out of thanks to Pat Fisher Nissan and Kelsey's Pizza in Titusville. So yeah, another one in the book. We'll I guess we'll call it at that, huh?
If you want to. So are you going to say the words?
Yeah, I reckon I will. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll catch you all next week. Bye-bye.